almost time for the Sephora VIB sale. And I know it's crazy to come on here talking to y'all about makeup while I am not wearing any, but the products are doing the talking, not my face. So let's go ahead and get into my recommendations. I also want to say that I am on a spending freeze, but just because I am doesn't mean that you need to be. So here's what I am recommending to you. Not saying that you need these things, but you know what I mean. Let's get into it. Okay, the goal is to share these with you in the order in which I would apply them, but we're just gonna see how it goes. First up, I hate to be that person where everybody's talking about the same thing, but I also think if that's the case, then it has to be worth the hype, right? This is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin. I got the shade Universal, and I just love how it sets my skin up for makeup, and it helps with the longevity of my makeup. I know when I apply that I will be shine free throughout the day and that my makeup is gonna last. So I highly love that. I recommend it. If you're in the market or been thinking about trying it, now's the time. She also has minis, so keep that in mind. As far as, as far as the face, I have been talking about this for a while. I love the Vitamin Enriched Face Base by Bobbi Brown. I like to use it as a primer alone. It's one of those 2-in-1 things. It's a primer and a moisturizer. I personally like to make sure I apply it to my under eyes because the area can get a little dry, and I just want to make sure that it's taken care of. So it's a 2-for-1 is my point, and I just like the way it makes my skin feel and the way it preps it for makeup. All right, on to foundation. I have 2 recommendations. I love the Easy Blur by Huda Beauty, the Natural Airbrush Foundation. I also really like the Makeup by Mario. This is the Surreal Skin. And in the event that you and I are shade twins, I get Toffee in Huda, and I am 18W in Mario. And I like the coverage of both of these. I like the longevity, and yeah, I just highly recommend. If I can, I have a picture of me wearing the Mario foundation, and I made sure to get myself in the sun, and I just thought I looked really cute and the coverage was great. I forgot to mention this. I am a girl with hyperpigmentation, and every now and then I like to color correct. And if I'm going to do that, I like to use the Skin Corrector Stick in the shade Deep Peach by Bobbi Brown. I just rub it on my finger to warm it up and dab it onto my face to cover up that hyperpigmentation, and it doesn't look yellow even though, you know, it's a peachy, or it doesn't look orange even though it's a peachy type of color. And yes, she is loved by me. Okay, as far as powder, when it comes to setting, I very much enjoy the one size. This is the Ultra Pink. I got the mini because these last for quite a while. So again, I know that if I use this, my makeup will set, stay, last. Very much love it. All right, when it comes to setting sprays, I have a couple of recommendations. I've been talking about this Benefit Professional for quite some time. I love the mist. It's very fine. And yeah, again, I know if I use it, my makeup is locked in. Same sentiment for the powder melt from one size. Once you put all those powders on your face, and again, you want it to melt in, to merge and do all those things, this is good for that. As you see, she has a nice little dent in her. And then if you're trying to lock everything in, the Until Dawn from one size, I don't know if you can hear, but she's nearly empty. I'm proud of myself, but also, you know, just showing you that the stuff is really great. For brows, this is hands down my favorite brand. This is Benefit. This is the Precisely My Brow. I like to get the shade number 4, and I just love how fine the tip is. And can you see? I love how fine the tip is, and it just does a really great job of creating those hair-like strokes. And yes, she is loved by me. I've gone through many of her. Oh, I forgot this primer. I also enjoy the Milk Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. What I also like to do, I like to combine these two. You don't have to, but that's something I like to do. So if you want to switch up on your primers, she's a goodie too. And she's also nearly empty. She feels very light. I am not someone who spends a lot of money on mascara, but if you were to during this VIB sale, the Pat McGrath Dark Star Mascara, this is in the shade Extreme Black. I love this so much. I love how this brush is made and how thick she is. and it makes you look like you have on lashes. It just thickens them and makes them stand out. This is one of those, if you don't feel like putting on eyeliner and you just want your lashes to do the talking, this is very good for that. Love, love, love her. And then last but not least, I have 2 recommendations for lippies. The first one is the Bobbi Brown. This is the Crushed Oil Infused Gloss. I love how soft it makes my lip. I like how soft it makes my lips feel. It gives you a little bit of color, so it's subtle and cute. Soft, subtle, cute. Very much enjoy her. And you can't go wrong with any of the Fenty, what are these called? Gloss Bomb Sticks. The sad part is there are more where these came from, but they're just not near me right now. But I love these. I love the pigment. I love how they make my lips feel, and put those with their liners. So this is a soft plug for their liners as well. Just really good stuff. And the shade range is amazing. I'm knocking them over. And we are back. I am giving you full-blown glazed donut realness, and that's because we're getting ready for bed. I just finished doing my skincare, and I was like, wait a minute. I didn't tell the people about my skincare recommendations for the VIB sale, so that's what we're going to do. And then I'm also going to include some of the things I forgot in part 1. So we're going to start off with this face wash by Tatcha. It's the rice wash in the purple, as you can see. I love how this makes my skin feel when I'm done. It just feels luxurious, like a facial in a bottle. And I always buy the small sizes because sometimes I'm cheap. Not the point. The point is I enjoy this. I think you'll enjoy it if you try it. The green line they have, I can't recall the name of the green line. I think it's the water version. This is rice, the other is water. That's a good recommendation as well. I say all that to say I love this. You might love it too. So if you are in the market for a new face wash, I don't think you can go wrong with this one. I also enjoy, I don't own it. It is on my list. I'll see if I can put a picture right here. It's the cream version. So you wash your face with this and then you put on that cream. Again, it just locks in the moisture, makes your face feel just juicy and hydrated and all the things you want before you go to bed. So yes, the cream that again I currently ran out of and didn't repurchase. But there will be a picture here and I highly recommend it. Okay, so you've washed your face, you've moisturized, but don't forget about sunscreen. I love this Dermalogica Dynamic Skin Recovery. It has SPF 50. She is pricey, which is why I am suggesting you get her during a sale. And it doesn't give that white cast that sometimes sunscreens can give. So Dermalogica is another skincare brand that I don't think you can go wrong when you get it. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's real short and sweet for skincare, but I did have a few more beauty recommendations and some perfume. How did I forget about perfume? I love perfume. How am I not going to recommend any to you? Come on. So just really quick, eyeshadow palettes. You can't go wrong with my girl, Natasha Denona. This one is the bronze palette. Can you see? Try not to blind you with this mirror. And then this one is the I Need a Warm. Yikes, I just dropped it. I pray that that all the shadows are in place. This is the I Need a Warm palette, which I will try not to drop. If you don't want to commit to getting a big one, she does have minis. So she'll have like a mini bronze palette, a mini, what is this one? A mini nude palette. So there are options, and I think again you can't go wrong with anything Natasha, so just putting that out there. And last but not least, perfumes. Again, I am a perfume lover. Y'all know how I feel about the brand Kayali, and it's almost summertime. So I'm going to suggest to you what I think are some really good summer scents. These are from her, I can't remember, it was a set she came out with, and then now they are sold individually. So I personally love She initially came out, it was 4 in a set. I like 3 of the 4. So Maldives in a bottle is my all-time favorite out of this collection. And then Maui in a bottle is also great. And then I've really been gravitating towards Capri in a bottle lately. Again, I think these are all really great summer scents, and they all have different notes. We can get into that another day. But if you are in the market for a new scent for the summer, I think Kayali is a great brand. She also has those 2 other scents that she just came out with. And I feel like when it's her for perfume, YSL, there's another brand, Jackie's brand. You just can't go wrong. So I think I'll go ahead and stop trying to get y'all to spend money on makeup and perfume. But these are my suggestions. And again, if you have any of these, let me know. Or if you're interested in getting them now because of what I've said, let me know. Bye. Thanks for watching.